It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. It is the weekend of the winter storm, and we are waking up with temperatures in the teens. We've got dry conditions for you this morning, but things are going to change for us this weekend. That is for sure. A major winter storm in the forecast for the weekend. We're going to get right to it this morning because there is a whole lot to talk about. A winter storm warning is in place this morning for the entire area. We've got accumulating snowfall likely to impact the entire region this weekend, and total accumulations are anywhere from 7 to 14 inches of snow. Yeah, more than a foot. We are now not talking inches. We're talking feet of snow in the Ozarks. And the greatest amounts are expected south of I-44. So south of Springfield into northern Arkansas, extreme southern Missouri. There is going to be a widespread area that gets nearly a foot of snowfall. It's going to be windy. It's going to be downright cold. And it's going to be dangerous across the Ozarks, quite frankly. As we head into Saturday and Sunday, conditions are going to deteriorate. There is still some uncertainty. And I think most of this comes with the timing and how much snowfall we can get early in the day on Saturday. The snow kind of coming in two waves. The first, early in the day on Saturday by midday at least. Some of you may see some snow showers a little bit earlier than that on Saturday morning. I think this is going to be the lower impact round. Now, still going to be very windy and very cold. We've got temperatures that will only be in the single digits. So sub-zero wind chills on Saturday morning with snow showers coming down. Not safe driving conditions, but certainly better Saturday morning than what we've got out there for you Saturday evening. That may help you plan accordingly a little bit. Travel could be very difficult, and it will be extremely cold across the Ozarks with wind chill values below zero. That alone poses a safety threat. You don't want to be stuck in these road conditions because the temperatures won't do you any favors. We've got teens in the forecast this morning. Numbers are starting out about 18 in Springfield, but will only warm to the low 20s. Snow showers could begin as early as the overnight hours. I think if they do, it'll be very light. I'm expecting super minor accumulations through the morning hours. And then by the time we get to midday, that's when things start to pick up a little bit. It's Saturday evening and Saturday night that the heaviest snowfall arrives in the Ozarks. So you're not going to wake up on Saturday morning and see a foot of snow and think, oh, they busted the forecast. Well, some bust is still possible, but I don't think it's going to be coming on Saturday in the morning. This will be a later in the day event for Saturday into Saturday night. It's really Sunday that we start to see some of those big time totals add up, and we start to dig out on Sunday. Sub-zero wind chills also possible, and even sub-zero temperatures. A blanket of snowfall and a clear sky Sunday night. Oof, that's a bad combination for some incredible cold across the Ozarks, the likes of which we haven't seen around here in several years. Might have been like 2010 or 2011, our last big snowstorm in the Ozarks, where temperatures dropped sub-freeze or sub-zero in the Ozarks with wind chill values close to -15, -20. Dangerous cold is also ahead this weekend, and the National Weather Service has issued a couple advisories associated with the cold. We've got cold weather advisories on Saturday morning lasting through Sunday afternoon. Daytime high temperatures will be less than 20 degrees. This is dangerous cold. We're talking hypothermia, frostbite, frozen pipes, not only problems with the homes and the cars, the electrical grid is going to take some real work this weekend. I got to tell you, it's good news that most of us in the Ozarks are going to expect snowfall and not ice. That's better for keeping power on, but the cold is going to do some damage on its own. Dress in layers, cover your exposed skin, and limit your time outdoors. Check on your neighbors, check on your friends. Just make sure everybody's doing all right. Make sure you got a lot of gas in the car this weekend. Fuel up today before you head home. That would be my advice to you in case you need to use the vehicles to charge the devices, and check on those said friends and neighbors. We will continue to see heavy snowfall and wind in the forecast Saturday night into Sunday morning. Snow still possible. We could still have some snow showers coming down early in the day on Sunday, but prepare for some major impacts from this winter storm, particularly major travel impacts along and south of I-44 and Highway 60. I expect considerable disruption to daily life, dangerous or impassable conditions. We got a lot of hilly back roads here in the Ozarks, and it's going to take some time to dig out of this one. Avoid travel if possible this weekend. Widespread closures and disruptions to infrastructure may also occur. There have been instances before where, the state has decided to close certain roadways to keep everybody safe. And as a meteorologist, that's our job. We are trying to keep everyone safe as well. This is serious cold. And if we can avoid a lot of folks getting out on the roads, if you don't absolutely have to, of course, we've got our first responders, our emergency vehicles, our medical professionals, and lots of others that are just absolutely essential to keeping the lights on, quite literally, in a winter storm like this. We thank you for that work, but let's let everybody that has to get to work or absolutely has to get somewhere travel the roads more safely. Don't be out and about if you don't need to be. The timing of greatest impact: Saturday afternoon, likely through Saturday evening. And of course, Sunday is going to be a tricky morning to get out and about as well. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, it's this winter storm, not just for the Ozarks. Everywhere across the country is expected to have some impact from this winter storm. It's expected to tie up travel cross country. Of course, an ice storm is expected from Texas back through Louisiana, all the way through Georgia and the Carolinas. It is just going to be a mess of winter weather across the country this weekend. Travel woes are expected. We've got dangerous cold settling in too, so that's also going to grab some of the national news headlines. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with yesterday had to do with what a winter storm watch actually means. And the options were A, heavy snow or ice occurring right now. You should take immediate action. B, there is a possibility of significant hazardous winter weather like heavy snow or ice in your area within 24 to 48 hours, so be prepared. C, conditions are only minor like light snow and won't cause any problems. Or D, a blizzard is guaranteed to hit within the next 12 hours. If you chose B, you would be correct, and we no longer have a winter storm watch in the Ozarks. That has now been upgraded. It's a winter storm warning for us because we are looking at this arriving very late tonight and early tomorrow. But it is B. There is a possibility of significant hazardous weather like heavy snow or ice in your area within the next 48 hours. So be prepared. National Weather Service uses those winter storm watch to give a lot of lead time for some of the winter weather and make sure everybody is aware of incoming winter impacts and make sure they can prepare and be safe. All right, here's your next trivia question. What amount of snow and ice accumulation from freezing rain is typically the threshold for the National Weather Service to issue an ice storm warning in many areas? Thankfully, we don't have ice storm warnings here, but there's going to be a lot across the country. Do you think it's at least 1/8 of an inch of ice, at least 1/4 of an inch of ice, at least an inch of ice, or any measurable ice, even a trace amount? You can let me know your guess. That's at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, the Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, working hard for us on this winter weather weekend in the Ozarks. Stay safe, everybody. The weather page will be updated all weekend long at aroundtheozarks.com. Stay safe. I'll be back to chat with you first thing on Monday morning. Have a good one.